Look, let me guess how this usually goes. You open your banking app, you scroll, you see your balance, and you think, okay, it's not terrible, but it's not good either. You know you should be saving more. You want to invest, but every single month something happens. Rent shows up, groceries cost more than you expected, fuel, bills, random expenses, subscriptions you forgot you even signed up for, and somehow the money just disappears. So you tell yourself, I'll start saving when I earn more. I'll invest once I have a real amount. $1 a day won't change anything. And here's the thing. That thought right there is exactly why most people never build real wealth. Because today, I'm going to show you how saving just $1 per day, literally less than the cost of a chewing gum, can turn into $365,000. And no, this isn't hype, it's not crypto, it's not some guru fantasy. It's math, it's psychology, and it's time. And most people never do this. My name's Richo, and I spend way too much time thinking about money, investing, and why smart people make terrible financial decisions. If you're someone who works hard but still feels like you're falling behind financially, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. All right, let's talk about something uncomfortable. Here's what most people believe. Saving small amounts is pointless. And honestly, I get why. Social media has trained us to think that if it's not $10,000, it doesn't matter. If it's not some massive investment, it's a waste of time. If you're not getting rich fast, you're losing. But let me give you a statistic that should stop you for a second. According to data from the Federal Reserve, about 57% of adults cannot cover a $1,000 emergency without borrowing money or going into debt. That means more than half of people don't even have a basic financial buffer. Not because they're lazy, not because they're stupid, but because they underestimate small, consistent actions over long periods of time. And that's exactly what we're fixing today. Now, when I say save $1 per day, most people immediately roll their eyes. They think, okay, Richo, come on, that's $365 a year. And you're right. If you put $1 a day under your mattress for 1 year, congratulations, you have $365. That's not life-changing. But that's also not what we're doing. Here's where it gets really interesting. Let's talk about time. Time is the most powerful financial force on Earth, and also the most misunderstood. So let's use real numbers. Saving $1 per day is roughly $30 per month. Now, imagine you don't just save it, you invest it into a broad market index fund. Historically, the stock market, specifically the S&P 500, has returned about 10% per year over the long term. That's not my opinion, that's data from sources like Vanguard and Morningstar. Now, let's walk through this slowly. In year 1, you invest $365. After a year, it grows to maybe $380 or $390. Nothing exciting happens, and this is exactly where most people quit. After 10 years, you've contributed about $3,650 total. Your total balance might be around $6,000 or $7,000. Still not impressive, still boring, still easy to ignore. And that's why most people never stick around long enough to see what actually matters. Now, fast forward to 30 years, you've contributed just under $11,000 total, but your investment, it's worth over $70,000. At this point, the market has added far more money than you ever did. Here's what most people don't realize. Compounding doesn't look impressive at first. It looks broken. It feels slow. It feels pointless. But compounding works like a snowball rolling downhill. At the top of the hill, it barely moves. Halfway down, it starts to pick up speed. And near the bottom, it becomes massive and unstoppable. Now, let's push this idea even further, because real people don't save the same amount forever. As time goes on, income usually increases, experience increases, confidence increases. So imagine this. For the first 5 years, you save $1. For the next 5 years, $2 a day, then $5 a day, then eventually $10 a day. That's not extreme, that's not unrealistic, that's less than most people spend daily without thinking. Over 30 to 35 years with average market returns, this approach can easily grow into $300,000 to $400,000. That's how $1 turns into $365,000. Now through luck, now through hype, through behavior. Now here's the real reason most people never do this. It's not because they don't understand the math, it's because of psychology. Our brains are wired to overvalue today and undervalue tomorrow. Spending money gives us an immediate dopamine hit. Saving money gives us nothing. Investing money feels invisible. Behavioral economists call this present bias. Your brain doesn't emotionally connect with future you, so when you don't save, it doesn't feel like a loss, but when you spend, it feels good. That's the trap. Think about going to the gym. One workout doesn't change your body. 10 workouts don't either. But 500 workouts? That's when people ask, what are you doing differently? Money works the same way. You don't notice progress while it's happening. You only notice it after consistency has already done the work. Now, you might be thinking, Richo, I'd barely make enough to survive. And I hear that, I really do. But this isn't about having extra money. It's about redirecting money. If you can afford snacks, delivery fees, random subscriptions, or small impulse purchases, you can afford $1 per day. Another common objection is, what if the market crashes? Here's the truth. Market crashes are temporary. Time is permanent. If you invest consistently over decades, crashes actually help you because you're buying more at lower prices. That's not optimism, that's historical fact. So here's how you actually apply this. First, automate it. Set up an automatic transfer. Remove emotion from the equation. Second, keep it boring. Index funds, ETFs, no gambling. Wealth is built quietly. Third, increase slowly. Every raise, every bonus, every improvement in income, increase the amount just a little. And most importantly, never stop. Consistency always beats intensity. I once talked to someone who invested just $25 a week starting in their early 20s. No trading, no hype, no shortcuts. By their mid-50s, their portfolio crossed $500,000. Not because they were special, but because they started early and never stopped. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people don't fail financially because they didn't know enough. They failed because they never started. They wait for the perfect moment, the perfect income, the perfect strategy. And that moment never comes. Your future is being decided by the habits you repeat when nobody's watching. Saving $1 per day won't feel powerful today, but 30 years from now, it changes everything. So start small, start now, and stay consistent. If this helped you think differently about money, hit the like button, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Because this $1 habit isn't really about money, it's about control, and that changes your entire life.